Smooth tunes from a smooth dude. I don't care if I get flagged for this one. Fuck. They gonna flag me, So yo, that beat that I just played, that one's it's one of the hardest ones I've ever made. Feel me? What's up, y'all? What up, Rolando? What up, Dank? Haters mad for whatever reason. They lose it all when the DJ drops the needle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I made that remix right when the mannequin challenge stuff was coming out. I used to have it out, like it used to be popping. Then my fucking SoundCloud got jacked because I guess I'm testing the waters too much. Too much Creative Commons in my juice. What's up? Damn, hey, real quick. Oh, damn it. Black screen. Right when I'm getting ready to do my Black History Month tribute. Today's inventor for Crypto Bros Black History Month concept is to the gentleman that made this song. The credit goes to Alan Payne, Chris Rock, and Dizzler D. Shout outs to these black creatives / inventors for this clip here. So let's pay attention.
Oh, again, Weird Warren's video countdown. Now, word on the street is CB4, null and void. MC Gusto spotted in a record store. Armed robbery? What? Let me tell you something. This hasn't stopped the rest of the group from doing their own thing. My main man, Dead Mike, solo tip in his most personal recording yet.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, y'all, and I'm black.
I'm black. Dude, happy February 9th. Let's fucking go. What's up, y'all? This your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer, coming back again with another video. I got on my fucking father's 1985 vintage Los Angeles Raiders hat. We rocking it today. Happy Super Bowl for those that like fucking football like that. But what's up, y'all? It is February 9th. Real quick, I had to do it. I had to do it to you. If you've never seen this movie, it's called CB4. And it's definitely one to kick back and watch if you need some shit to watch. Classic, young Chris Rock shit. Straight vintage in the media side of things. But they're inventors too, man. They're inventors too. I'm going all over the spectrum for this black inventor shit. Wait till you see who the next one is. But yeah, man, it's February 9th, 2024, and we are still moving. The world is still spinning. And I wasn't here yesterday. Had to run missions in IRL. So wasn't in the motherfucking mix. But we're here now. And let's talk about it. What's on today's agenda, truthfully, is I'm black. No, is that DBZen crypto marketplace is on the way. So we haven't gotten the URL just yet. So I'm being patient. I'm gonna wait for the URL to show up. I'm sure there's quite a bit of steps. As we can see here, they've also switched up how they're gonna be releasing the product. They thought they were gonna be able to do 4 chains at one time, but seems the team pulled back a little bit, and today we're just going to be getting Ethereum and Polygon once this goes live. Now, this Mastodon marketplace is going to be huge for the whole entire Zen ecosystem because it's going to provide an area. Shout out to Tree City West. He was covering this as well yesterday in his stream. Make sure you go check it out. But yeah, this is going to be a whole area. Here we go. This is what I want to see. This is going to be a whole area for you to show up and basically find everything Zen. I mean, it's not, I don't know if they're gonna have like token specific swapping for Zen, but I know for a fact it's going to be extremely focused on DB's NFTs and XeNFTs in general, so that there is a marketplace for people to change or exchange these dynamic NFTs. That's really what these are. These are dynamic NFTs. In the point of being embedded, they are embedded with more parameters than your regular ERC 721. It is still just as a complete package. It is an ERC 721. Now that we're getting different types of NFT, I guess, concepts with the introduction of the ERC 404, that has hit the street flying. But yeah, I feel like this is what is really needed in specifically DBZen's idea, right? The thing about DBZen here, I'm gonna go to ZenPub because he's been posting some really good stuff. But just the thing about DBZen is it is a product. It's much more of a product than Zen actually is. Zen is gas, whereas DBZen is a product of that gas, right? It's like you know, maybe people pull oil out the ground and then they sell that for dollars. Then they take those dollars and they invest them into people who make products, right? That's kind of like us Zenians in the DBZen world. Like, we're extracting the Zen from the contract, from the time, right? We see, you know, we proof of time, proof of participation. We extract all that energy, and then we have a product that we can turn our Zen into to give it even further, you know, extension of longevity. But those products need to be fire, right? You can specifically buy some bullshit and then find yourself, you know, burning your Zen for some shit. Some shit would be like, dun dun dun, Zen Doge. Like, that's some shit. This shit don't even exist no more on Ethereum. Everybody just gave up on that shit. But Zen Doge is a perfect example of burning with no purpose. And I think DBZen is doing the right product things to keep people active, right? Like, what would a DBZen, like, or it's like, what would a product really offer? Challenge yourself. I see a lot of people still are out there in the Titan world. So sometimes I'm peeking and I open up my window and peek out and see what the fuck the ghetto's doing. And then I'll be like, oh, okay. They're still hyper focused on burning. And that's really cool when people start to figure out how to turn that burn into a stable project. Stability might be, you know, built over there. So I'm keeping my eye out for that shit because fuck it. Right. But in the Zen world, people have abstractly taken DBZen way too serious, in my opinion, when it's really just a derivative of Zen, right? And it lives with Zen. It makes Zen better. So Zen is its target audience. It needs to make Zen products, and they're killing it with just keeping it in the Zen, all the way down to the marketplace now, where you'll be able to trade your Zen products for more, right? It's pretty cool shit. We also have this information that just came out from Yosef, where Zenon is doing numbers, right? Depending on the gas. Right now, gas is crazy. Gas is really high. So looking for higher prices in Zen to combat the price of gas. But it seems like we're still not there yet, but this is awesome to see, like a little blip into the future of this idea where you have a XenFT and you use, again, DBZen's technology, which would be Zenon, right? You have $3.3 billion billion Zen inside of a XenFT, right? And you want to extract that value, but you don't have gas. So DBZen has the product to answer that problem. They have the solution. Use Zenon. If you're willing to, it looks like pay a fee, right? So if you're willing to pay a fee with that Zen, which here looks like it was 1.1 billion Zen, equivalent to $421. So if you're willing to pay a fee and some of that Zen available, you know, if you catch the right blockchain climate using this tool, you could potentially walk away with still a good amount of Zen in return, right? User received 2.2 billion Zen out of 3.3 billion Zen. So that's pretty awesome to see. Yeah, so I mean, that's why it's like, yo, I hope all my Zen mints are due in a couple weeks. And if I can use Zenon, why not? But the thing is, again, the Zenon, the reason why it's really awesome is it's built in Zen. So as long as Zen becomes desirable, Zenon will work for everyone. So right now we're seeing a tiny pullback. You know, here on Zen, we was going crazy all last week. Reality is setting in here. Now, again, this reality is okay, right? It was euphoric in general to even confirm the bottom here. So remember, it's Zen world. Inflation can throw off the chart because people can create Zen to sell it down. Now, the thing about it again is, luckily time is on our side. So we're further in the future where it takes a lot more time to make an impact, right? It takes a lot more time. And if you want to do it faster, it's more expensive. Think of it as like a difficulty meter or a difficulty built into Zen, where users that want to be malicious, right, in this new day and age, it costs them a lot of money to attack the network and essentially throw off the fairness, right? The network is fair. So to throw off the fairness when people are trying to buy, right, to beat time comes in and it's very fair. And it's like, nope, you got to wait for all this inflation to be sold. And then again, for those people who speed up time for themselves, they work against themselves because they can only do that for so long before the market is exhausted and users go, you know what, I'll just wait for them to sell all their inflation. You know, or we have X1 chain on the horizon, which is hilarious because then we'll have a world where we're talking about a hypothetical of, instead of users saying I'll wait for them to sell the inflation, they'll be contemplating if inflation will be a concept for XYZ amount of time. So yeah, Zen's looking great. I wanted to break down further, but again, it all depends on how much inflation is in the hands of the users. And looking at the holders chart, there's still a lot of coins being traded because a lot of the top is still, again, heavy exchanges in the DEX, right? Uniswap, right? We only have so many, I call them rogue wallets because they're not identified, but majority of these, they're holding roughly close to 1% of today's supply. And that's why, again, it's really weird. I don't think anywhere in crypto have we've ever had this type of like, I don't know how to say it, but like, it's really, really weird because when things start to burn, again, it's like, where do you want to be, I guess, as a whale? Because if you want to get into X1 chain, so it could be part of the Genesis and potentially grab as many coins as possible, because again, X1 is being built with DeFi at its core as well, right? It's Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Ethereum is DeFi. So with the DeFi, with the staking, there's a lot of people that understand, hey, if I take this vehicle and I travel into the future with it, you know, it might be, you know, better for me to do that than to try to create, you know, quantum and like go off the narrative, right? We've seen this before with Bitcoin. We've seen this before with Ethereum, and X1 again is the combination of the two. So why wouldn't it do it faster? That's Moore's law. You can go look that shit up. Things move faster when they come back around. So we're doing that times two. So I feel like everything is right on track with reality. And again, as a bag holder of XENblocks. On the Zen side, again, you're going to be competing against proof of work security. So it might be smarter to hold all your coins. This is just me thinking, but it's like, yeah, I would totally just hold my bag. So as the supply starts to burn, this number goes up for me naturally. So naturally people will be able to go up this ranking list in Zen, but they're gonna need to have diamond hands, right? You're gonna have to have diamond hands, or like you're kind of articulating your experience like me, right? Like I'm playing both sides, so I might be able to have this strategy of hold Zen and watch myself just climb this ladder as people just burn it all as it's just burned, right? So yeah, that's why, again, everything is looking really good because Zenon changes the game. Zenon, you would honestly say, going back to DBZen, Zenon, you would almost say is something you wouldn't want. But this is actually like a Zen miner in its own instance, because it's going to be able to bring XenFT value to the market without friction, if everything makes sense, right? Your quantum sense is price of Zen, price of gas. Those two variables. If both of those variables are on, like, okay, and time, you need 4. Here, we'll say all 4. You need to make sure your gas is straight, right? And then you're gonna need to make sure the price of Zen makes sense. Then you need enough VMUs to accumulate enough Zen so that you can pay your fee to have a gasless transaction, right? So if you don't make the XenFT with enough VMUs, it's not going to be beneficial to this concept. We said that back in the day too, though, that Zenon would be the inception tool to like help people realize, like, oh, maybe I only need to make 128s, right? Because if you make a Zentarion now, it's a one-way ticket in. As long as you're catching as long as you're catching gas at reasonable prices, and I'm sure gas will go down. Right now, the 404 hype has everybody horny on the chain. And again, this is why we need a better chain experience. But think of it as like a hack. You got the education now. Everybody else is like, oh, fucking gas is high, but you know it's coming down, right? You know it's not time. It's not time to make any moves right now. So yeah, hopefully gas goes down after the 404 hype simmers. And again, that's why we make Zen on Ethereum, because it is such an unstable chain. Zen on ETH should be one of the most expensive Zens out of all the classic Zens. I say classic now because when X1 comes out again, I think that's the real Zen. That's what we've been waiting for. What up, y'all? The Pandora project, first to implement ERC 404. When someone purchases it, it is tied to a replicant NFT. These replicants come in different colors, each representing a different rarity. Nice. What's up, Yosef? 404 standard is still experimental and has gone through a formal EIP process. So I'm not sure myself. I can't find any documentation on these dynamic rarities. Yeah, actually the 404 project, my honest take on that is propaganda. Because it's like what's happening in Bitcoin. So it's kind of weird. I mean, I was just in a spaces earlier today listening to some of the big wigs talking about it. It was that guy Mario, what's his name? This guy. So this dude had a space earlier. What the fuck? They changed the name? Nah, man, they didn't change the name. Okay, yeah, it was this person. They just had it. Wow, they changed the name of it? That's weird. Well, luckily for me, I took a screenshot. I posted over in Zen. Damn, nah, I'm not dripping. Man, they trying to Mandela effect my ass right now. Y'all see this? Y'all see, it said the next big thing, ERC 404. I'm not tripping. Man, you can't even trust this future no more. Oh, okay, here it is. They just took it out of the headline so that it's not there anymore. Fucking weirdos. But yeah, at least they put it here, so I know I'm not crazy too. ERC 404 talk. Now, I think honestly, to be like, after I saw it here, I mean, it's a good concept. You know, shout outs to people who are gonna experiment with it. But I mean, it's just another standard, right? And standards just mean pillars of procedure, in my opinion. You know, it's a standard. It's like we go ABC 1 2 3 blah blah blah. Look at us, right? So the craziest thing is we worked so hard. I say we because I mean I wasn't part of the development, but I love crypto, and people work so hard to make ERC 721, right? To make a non-fungible, like them kitty things. And now it's 7 years later and everyone's making fungibility for non-fungibles so they can fractionalize a fungible or non-fungible. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's ERC 721 plus ERC 20 combination. So I mean, it's technology, but it's for a specific thing. Actually, oh yeah, that's something I was gonna say. Today's word of the fucking weekend is industry. All right, this is perfect. This is the perfect layup for this shit that they're doing in the crypto industry. That makes no sense sometimes, because we already have the tech. Now, again, Taproot, inscriptions, yeah, that shit that was like oh my god, everything we can do in crypto with this technology is next level, right? We're getting it down to a packageable experience. That's actually where at least I'm going in my narrative, my path. You follow crypto, bro, you're following that path. We're taking these files, making them smaller so we can package them better for traveling around the internet, right? If you can get to the JSON inscription, you know, how much more tech do you need, right? Everything else is layer 2, or let's build on top of that. So I think, yeah, that's mind blowing. But this idea of ERC 404, where simply I'm just taking a non-fungible and making it fractional. So instead of them just putting fungibility back into the mix, they're just saying it's fractional. You know, I've seen this before. There was one, what was that shit called? This has been attempted before by other brands on a smaller level. I can't even think of the name right now, but there was one. Oh, it's NFTX. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, I had to go deep back into the back of my brain on that one. Y'all saw the fucking compute happening. I was buffering for a second. I was like, what is that shit? Yeah, NFTX. Or is it XNFT? Yeah, here we go. But yeah, so like realistically, it's similar to something like this. So like there's this one brand that was called NFTX, and they go hard. Like they go hard, but they were one of the first things I found back in the day where people were taking NFTs and fractionalizing them so that you could buy a fraction of someone's NFT. Right. And they were doing it with like this bucket idea. You know, it was just I don't have like the 100% concept behind it, but yeah, here it is. It's like they were creating this idea where you could vault your NFT and then people were bidding on the collection, and they were tokenizing the collection, which essentially allowed them to tokenize items in the collection. So it's similar. It's the same idea and scenario, but the difference that I'm taking away from ERC 404 is that it's on Uniswap, and this brand didn't get to Uniswap level because Uniswap was like, we're not going to take those coins. Like, what the fuck? Like, hell no. Right? So it's very suspicious to me now that all of a sudden this is doable, you know, on a main level. But yeah, this is a really good brand. I wish I tapped in on them more. You see, I had to really think about who the fuck this was. All right, switch to the new version. Yeah, what's the new version? Oh, they got something. It's like a yield platform. Oh, make yield on your NFTs. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's also what they had. They were like trying to get people to vault expensive NFTs on their platform. That was kind of the direction of your market. Like, you're trying to advertise to like the My Ladies. So My Ladies, since it's a valuable NFT collection, you get a lot of them to stake on X yield or whatever this is, and then now this program can offer that liquidity, because that's the NFT thing. The NFT thing is, how do we extract this TVL that exists in a JPEG, right? Like, this is so abstract. And again, that's why I don't know about this whole 404 thing for me, because me personally, I don't think that that's what people want in NFTs. I think inscriptions is what people truly were looking for, which is ownership at an entry level of the blockchain, right? Even though it was expensive to make a 721, at least you could say it was non-fungible. It's mine, I own it, right? Inscriptions changed the whole game, and that's really what it should just be here. Like, we shouldn't probably be talking about this. We should be probably talking about how do we make inscriptions do what this does? You know, how do we get people to burn their NFTs into inscriptions, right? Like, why haven't people start building inscriptions on the ERC or on the Ethereum base layer? You know, nobody wants to do that shit. Everybody's like, we will all pay the price. Yeah, and speaking of inscriptions, with 404, you can provide your NFT as liquidity and even trading fees off of it. But when you pull it out, it will be a different NFT. Well, yeah, you see why, Trey? Because when you pull it out, then it has to reformulate the NFT. So, like, it's just computer code providing functionality. It's not artistic and innovative, right? It's just computer code. That's how I see it. But like, for me, that's for me, the way that Satoshi's vision speaks to myself, I think that I don't want the file to change, because now I'm losing something. I'm losing the time server stamp from when I made it, and now your server has a stamp on top of my time server, and I don't really want that shit going into the future, because somebody might make a rule up saying, like, this hat right here, damn, this is the perfect time I wear this fucking hat. This hat is from 1985. This t-shirt I'm wearing, dude, this is a freak neck t-shirt from 1995. Look at this shit. You can't get this shit on more. I'm over here vintage as a motherfucker. But look at this MF Doom Marvel card I got over here. So, like, this is where I'm at with this whole thing. If it's really non-fungible, why they got their stamp on it now? And why did I lose my original? Because I wanted to participate. Like, technically, doesn't that mean I'm losing, you know? But I mean, I guess you could say that, because you're going from, I mean, they're going to be automatically starting there. It's not like I think people are going to bring 721s to 404s, you know? That's what it would be like. It'd be like, are people willing to bring the 721 to the 404? Because then I'd be like, for sure. But if 404 takes on a new standard where people just build there, then that means that's new stamps, that's new market, that's going back. Where's it at? I think I typed it in here. Oh no, it's right here. That's a new industry. All right, so industry, a department or branch of a craft, art, business, or manufacturer. Especially, the one that employs a large professional or capital large personnel and capital, especially in manufacturing, systematic labor, especially for someone useful, for some useful purpose, or the creation of something of value. So in the industry of something of value, yeah, I think 404s could be cool for someone who's making something of value that says I need it fractionalized. And I want it to be non-fungible, you know, but in the form of industry. But what I say as a creative, do I think you're going the wrong way of approaching the industry for the future? Fuck yes. People are moving towards inscriptions. They're going to be taking this concept of time transforms, right? That's the OpCats. Damn, that's crazy. When you look up OpCat, damn, that's crazy. A lot of smart people looking into it. I like this one though. That's why I'm keeping my eye on OpCat, which is the Quantum Cats. And again, that's why I'm like, yo, you know what's funny? Mad people slept on the Quantum Cats. I saw a lot of people slept on them. I saw the Jack 11 got one though. And who's to say like the 404 isn't tinfoil to distract you from this idea that you can recreate the Quantum Cat? I think the Quantum Cat, if we're talking NFTs and opportunity, that's the biggest opportunity to happen in the longest time. And anybody, like, I'm so pissed I couldn't get one for 0.1 Bitcoin. People are not going to let this go. We can hope for it though. My hope now to play the Quantum Cat game is I hope Bitcoin gets cheaper. It cannot keep going up like this. This is fucking me up. I got too many tabs. I'm trying to FUD it down. But yeah, this is like where is it at? Bitcoin I'm looking at the 1 minute. You know I'm fucking FOMOing when I'm looking at the 1 minute. I'm like, where in the fuck is the break? But yeah, Bitcoin's going pretty parabolic. But again, we got to break through 50K. So it's looking really, really good. And I mean, what's funny is I've never been this close to the euphoria. And everybody together collectively is euphoric. So I'm kind of starting to build my own theses on what this feels like or what this is for me. So for me right now, it feels like everyone is saying it's going to go to 50K. So it feels like it's going to go to 50K now. Like it feels like my March prediction of a month from right now is too long. And the industry, right? The industry sees a greater opportunity, and they're pricing in. They're going to like basically price in pre-halving. I don't even know what to call this anymore. We're just going to start. It's just real, man. Like when I was saying it feels like 2016, this is what it felt like. One day it was like, yo, let's go back to the regular shit that we believe, which is the world ain't ready. And then the next day, CME is happening and they're taking their market share. And then the world in 2017 didn't have access to Bitcoin like they have today. You can literally go to download Cash App, and within a few minutes, you're buying Bitcoins, sending them off to inscribe them. So again, I'm hoping we can get a pullback here, but if we just burst, you can basically say the bull run has completely started and all the technicals are out the window. I hope you got some bitmaps. I hope you're gonna we're gonna go into flight and what do you call that shit when you're like flying and fighting, flight and fight mode? That's what you're gonna have to learn. So I'm ready for that shit. Zen has taught me how to move while the market is moving, especially to the upside. And the thing about the upside that mainly moves emotion is you don't have a bag, so you're constantly trying to collect while it's moving up. But I would say be rational. You should have been had a bag. Beat your ass up right now, and go and get some bitmaps before this becomes crazy. I 100% believe bitmaps is going to do great. The reason for this is because bitmaps started by a pseudo-anonymous entity, and its ideology based on a time stamp. Like, I can make my own ideology theses on Bitcoin or bitmaps, and if there's enough people that want to believe what I believe, we can take the market and you know, it can do its thing. It's living. It's a living organism now. So once you get away from the bitmaps, you go to the Merlin chains, right? You go to the bitmap token and all that stuff. That's what I mean. You're starting to leave like the originality, right? You go into the 404s, right? And that's why I'm starting to follow just anything that's latching on to the simplicity of the honest consensus that's in Bitcoin's white paper. Whatever everyone believes is the most honest consensus, it's the most likely to be supported. So you shouldn't try to divert and create your own idea of what blockchain should be. Technically, you should be trying to align so you can break rules, right? And then think outside the box. That's where the best crypto creators are going to come from in this industry moving forward. They're going to be out of the box motherfuckers. We're all in the same idea. We're all using Struder's Cat's theory. You know, some have technology better than others. Some have VC funding, you know. But yeah, I would say hopefully we can get some quantum fucking cats, bro. But I don't know. We need the price of Bitcoin to drop. If we could get a dip in Bitcoin, hopefully these people are dumb and they think they need to put it lower. They're like, oh shit, Bitcoin's dropping. I need to lower it in Satoshi price. So yes, please give me double discount. I need double discount. What are these? This one's pretty cool. Actually, nah, this one's fucking cool. I wonder how many have this on it. Damn, 2828. What a wild number too. Yeah, this one's hard, dude. No outline. That's fucking cool. Does it say that? No outline? Purple void body. So like, because it's like this this op code in Bitcoin, it's what's allowing it to have the attributes in the inscription. And then a platform like Magic Eden, they can support this standard in Bitcoin so that it shows on their site. So that's why, again, you want to be close to what's going to be supported by the major marketplaces, because if it becomes too abstract, they're not going to support that standard. And that's why another reason, like, you dump all this money into 404 for it to not go anywhere, and then they got to build everything. Are they going to be like a DBZen? Can they do that? Can they build their own marketplace, right? And again, I think DBZen is just a diamond in the rough when I talk about can they build their own marketplace, because they're using Zen as their backbone for failure. As long as Zen doesn't fail, you can just have fun and create ways to extract value from the network. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, piggyback, duct tape straight up to the value with their own shit going on. Big ups, Zenon. Over here, I'm collecting. I got a few bucks in here. It's probably hella expensive to claim this right now. Bruh, Zen volume dropped from 21 million to 4. Yeah, because the traders are out, man. By the way, it must be very costly to release something like Mastrodome at a time for 70 and 80 or 70 and 90 Gwei. Hopefully the gas will drop soon. I don't want to see DBZen team spending a lot of ETH to make us happy. I feel you on that. I think that's another reason why I'm just like, oh, I'll just wait for that. Because, like, yeah, right now, even the claim is at $27, right? Typically, a claim is like $30 at a good gas price. And that's another thing about DBZen. Man, oh man, is it good with time. You don't need to claim when gas is high. You can always come back later, right? It's like almost like the gates of crypto open up for you every time gas goes down if you've just got some DBZen staked. So like stake DBZen at the lowest gas and come back again and claim at the lowest gas. It's so fucking good, dude. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see what happens with them. But you see what I mean by like building, or how all this fits together. And again, going back to the industry quote, like the industry is important, and knowing where you are in the crypto industry is very important, so that you can take advantage of where you stand in the sand. That's what I like to say. Man, I would buy this right now if I didn't spend my Bitcoin on something else. This is actually a pretty good one. Fees are pretty low on Bitcoin. So this is why, again, I think Bitcoin is going to own NFTs. Like NFTs are going to move to Bitcoin. Like they're going to leave Ethereum. Like it's over for that shit. Because of this, like the fee structure on Bitcoin makes so much more sense to have arbitrary data in the form of a text than an actual file. And then having the file, again, I mean, and then that's a weak point for Bitcoin, because loading files from inscriptions on Bitcoin are going to be, one, costly and slow. So again, insert X1 chain. But right now, just knowing that this is what made the euphoria of 721. It's not that you could put a kitty on the internet, dude. It was that you could own that hash. That hash was yours in 2017. Now everybody wants to break the hash up because they're saying there's too much money in that hash. How do we get that value? So yeah, again, Bitcoin inscriptions solidify what we've been looking for, that ownership of data, of space. How you own space is based on the brand, right? You got a bitmap, right? You know, what are you doing? You know, you got a goose, you know, you got a Bitcoin frog. All that is what the space is entitling. You got a quantum cat, right? Because quantum cats use a standard that uses Satoshis to promote the action of the virtual machine, if you want to say anything. So yeah, that's like my take on that. And that, again, Zen pulling back right now makes a lot of sense. It's going to be easy to pull this back, right? We had a trader's pump at the last bottom. Traders could definitely push a little bit of price here, and all that harvest Zen that hasn't been dumped, it could totally just show up, find its way to the bottom. Yo, you get in Maryland yet? I haven't moved over there. I just been researching. I think it's going to be special. I could see why people are conflicted about these Bitcoin layer 2s. I mean, like, again, it's all about ownership. So OGs are going to fight for Satoshis to be in their camp. Because at the end of the day, that's all this shit is. It's Satoshis. Buy some Bitcoin from Cash App. Go get some other shit. And yeah, everybody wants to own the other shit. Everybody wants to be the product on the other side of that shit, right? So I feel Merlin, as I read more about it and I see the community, I see that there's a language barrier, but I see it can become better if they're really about it, and it feels that way. And again, that's why I say you got to watch out how you're taking in the data from today's industry, because everybody wants your attention. They're going to want you to use their thing. And there's going to be, again, a reason why there's a certain standard maybe not supported by Magic Eden. And I think the gatekeeping of opcodes, I feel like we're going to see that shit. And why, again, I'm just so bullish on Bitmaps, because I just think it's the only one that does not have some sort of brand behind it. It's the Zen one. Like if you know, even the Quantum Cats is like, shit, that's not even Zen. You know, that's actually VC funded. So you're buying a piece of their space, and then they're waiting for developers to make more so that this makes value. But if nobody makes anything, then it's just, you know, it's the runes protocol, right? And we're going to see a bunch of shit protocols here, you know, and then it's gonna be looking like this. We're gonna see the CoinGecko version of Magic Eden's gonna be the CoinGecko of BRC boneyards, right? So that's my only take on the concept of like you should be your own researcher and get into things that you like at your own exposure level and dig deep so you don't get a boneyard. You know what I think is a boneyard? This fucking Pizza Ninja. This Trevor project is a boneyard. Man, he owes motherfuckers some Satoshis. He got y'all motherfuckers. Got him. The Zen one. It's so clear. Yudi and Eric Wall funded this. Bitcoin OGs will build something really cool for quantum cat holders. Yeah, that's what I mean. You know what it is? Yeah, Trevor sucks. Yeah, dude, Trevor talks so much shit about everybody's project, and then he did one, and it's a boneyard. It's a boneyard. 9 Bitcoin is a lot of Bitcoin, right? But in the last 7 days, when a bitmaps has nothing behind it, it's still generating 34. And now we see what the other VC projects are doing, right? This Risk and these quantum cats, right? This Runes one, I'm gonna give them the Benny. It might have come out of a bedroom. This might be a mixtape, but I'm pretty sure it's an album. I'm pretty sure they got funding. They're probably not making top ramen and coding at the same time. So that's why I'm not gonna give this one the Bitmap Streets Award, because Bitmaps is really from the streets. Like, no money came into this. We minted it for $6 and it's just been holding a floor of $200, dude. Do you need any more signals? And then when people need to make money, they sell these. Anything that has a small amount of space, that's how you know we're getting close to a bottom when I start seeing these show up, because if more people buy these, this is what's going to control the floor price on some NFT shit. You see, and those things pop up, and eventually the hands will exchange where so many people will buy these ones and distribute them into smaller wallets, right? Because it's a hip thing. If you're going to buy bitmaps, it might be smart to buy one with a bunch of transactions, but really you want one with a lot less. It's more vintage, right? Because if you don't know 4 billion people, why do you need 4 billion parcels? That's my whole theory on the parcel industry in bitmaps. Like, I don't think that's gonna make bitmaps rock. I think ownership of the chain and comprehension of this is tied to the Bitcoin time server is just way cooler. And I'm gonna let time rock out. Maybe one day I'm making some shit for bitmaps, you know? Maybe I'm figuring out how you bring a bitmap to X1 chain so you can keep the integrity of your vintage fungible, non-fungible. No one can take it from you and put their fucking stamp on it. That's my one problem with the Merlin chain. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out Shizzy. Make sure you check out Ordinal's Revolution. That's a fact. I always cross-pollinate with his show because I once did a interview with him and we talked some Zen and kind of the very beginning of this Bitcoin stuff. So yeah, they're visionaries and they're really my like take on it is there's gonna be people who are trying to get your attention because they got the funds. Then there's gonna be people that are trying to get your attention so that you can come up and find like I said, that new mixtape, like that new thing no one's really thinking different about yet. You know, we need people who are introducing that type of stuff to keep it balanced, because if everyone's rooting for quantum cats, you know, it's just going to get too far away. And again, the same thing goes for the Pizza Ninja. If everybody rooted for this and we didn't have like a Ordinal's Revolution where I was watching them and they were always showcasing the 420s and not the Pizza Ninjas, you know what I'm saying? Like, now this is the part of the game where it's like, hey, are you only following the VC funds, Or are you seeing where the Bitcoin community stands and how they're moving around? Even the Bitcoin frogs. So the Bitcoin frogs, I say still, if it goes lower, it's a come up because it's OG under a certain inscription number, right? And that's what's fucked up the pizza. I gotta give some knowledge on this one. So the pizza ninjas, the reason why I'm shitting on it is because it's based on this idea that every single one is inscribed on a pizza Satoshi from when people bought pizzas with their Bitcoin. So that's what you're buying. You're buying a JSON inscribed pizza time server Satoshi, right? Because of the time server, we can go backwards and go, oh, okay, this is a legit block from that time, blah, 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 right? The question is now it's like, yo, is this a Nike or is this just a collaboration party that happens on the weekend and we turn the store back into a Bitcoin store on Monday? And I think we turn the store back into a Bitcoin store. And I don't think this is going to be able to get much further. But big ups to Trevor, I guess, for bringing emphasis, to certain parameters. Papa John's Pizza. And now this is like a shout out to Papa John's. Yeah, this. And then again, the other thing that's kind of whack about this is it has a bad range. You see 5.6, right? Oh, 56. So this is 55 million or under 60 million inscriptions. So, I mean, my Zen Knight is more rare than that. Right? Even regardless to the Satoshi you're on, because Satoshi, in my opinion, that's air marketing. Like, no one cares about the time. They care about the Satoshi. Now the Satoshi has the time. That's why they don't want to transfer the Satoshi into anything else, because they're gonna lose their time, right? That's the fucking whole thing. So time matters, and when these inscriptions were made matters. So we know inscriptions are going to go to the future, which means anything under 1 million is going to be a hit, because 1 million is a great arbitrary number. But after 1 million, you're getting kind of hot. You need like fucking trillions for 1 million to sound tight, I mean, at trillions, 100 million sounded pretty chill, 50 million sounded chill, but 1 million has integrity for a long time. Where's the pizza, bro? The Nike analogy went crazy. Dude, that's how I be thinking nowadays about these, like the way that people keep trying to get me to transform my cryptocurrency. It's like, why does everybody want to take and put they shit on top of my crypto? Like, what the fuck? When did this become a thing? Like, are we really just giving it away like this now? Like, we've given it away so much. People really strategize off of us, off of taking. No, they're just gonna give us that shit. Who fucking cares? Put it in Mario space. They're gonna give it to us. Fuck, man. Better wake up. But yeah, Zen Knights, that's a good piece of Bitcoin Satoshi space. This Satoshi worth a lot right here. Right? And that's kind of where I think the industry is going to go. I think the industry is going to build value in the JSON. Not the JSON itself is valuable. It's what that JSON represents. What it's linked to, what it's connected to. What's the culture behind that JSON file? Who funded this JSON? Those are the big questions that you're going to have to ask yourself so you don't get caught up. Now, like the Bitcoin puppets and the node monkeys, now these are fun troll ones. So if you like to troll, they're spawning, right? You probably do want to get a puppet and join the puppet group. They probably smoke weed. they're probably the fathers, and they smoke weed with straw hats. This is your collective avatar P.o.P. I love this narrative though in NFTs. The fun narrative, because one of the funnest things out in the world are blind boxes. You don't know the blind box toy? I'm addicted to this shit. like kid robots, like blind boxes. If y'all, this is addictive. Like, this is addictive. And this is where I think we're headed in NFTs. NFTs will be here. You're hearing this now because I'm already working on this shit. So fuck you. You got to catch up to me. Right. Cause I have a bunch of little, like, I always forget the ways to say this one, but this is like, oh, you can't even see it cause it's green. Oh shit. It looks kind of cool though. Yeah. I forget the name of this one. It glows in the dark though. But yeah, like blind boxes, like Sony Angels. I do think this is where we're headed, because what you have with the blind boxes is you have a great entry price on something that's tangible. So like if you could attach a toy like this to the blockchain, now you're grabbing IRL fiat, you know, and if you've already put that on the chain, then the people can value that Satoshi based on that. I just kind of gave a little bit of insight of what I'm trying to work on right now. But I do see a lot of value in this industry in NFTs, but I do not think it is splitting it up the way that the mainstream is trying to make people believe. I think it's keeping the integrity, right? And that's why I see the Bitcoin puppets as a blind box. So it might be good, but I'm not going to go over there and open up fucking Pandora's box and figure out why they got 77 ETH in here. Like, they ain't making enough noise for me to see that shit, you know? That's going, and all right, let's get to work, you know? Instead, you could just buy a bitmap. There's 34 BTC over there. You know, 40 less, but better than 9. Win Zen blind boxes. Hey, that would be crazy. They trying to be buff. Rolando said, my kids love blind box toys. The dolls, the surprises. Yeah, man. So that's kind of like I got really into blind boxes like in 21 when I was going through my NFT bullshit. And like now my house is just full of stupid toys. And I shouldn't say they're stupid, but like, you know, I just go and throw $15 at a blind box. Right? You see this Hello Kitty blind box for $10.99. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. Which one am I going to get? You know, I hope I get this one. That's the first thing that pops in your head. You're like, I hope I get this one. So I'm 100% sold. We can do this on X1 chain. That's really what we need, though. We need a robust network to get to these scalable consumer prices, and that's what we don't have in crypto. Like no one, I mean, if you could attach it to the Bitcoin at a $10.99 price in the stores, that might change the way people think about crypto, right? Like the inscription, you know, right now I guess inscriptions kind of are at $10. Man, Bitcoin is cheap as fuck, man. Fuck Ethereum. Like, yeah, inscribe on Bitcoin right now. Why are you doing anything on ETH? But we're there. Everyone's built. Fucking Rome is over there. We're just waiting for that shit to fall. But yeah, at $2, you could make the inscription right now if you make the bit file perfect, so it's not too big, right? Because I guess it'd get pretty expensive if you fill up the whole block. Yeah, right here, this one's at 540, so 540. Fuck, here, let's do a math real fast to fill a Bitcoin block up. 540, oopsies. Let's see. 15. Yeah, so it'd be about $30 to try to get max content in a block. But that's like not even explaining if you want to get to like memory and putting even more. Like that's why your data could stretch. Obviously, it's just stretch. It's a fucking, it's an image. But yeah, we when we get there, we'll get there. Still a really good idea right now, though. But that's something in real life where you take inscriptions, you embed it in this concept of, fun tangibles that humans like, and now you got people on the chain and they don't even know it. That's that right there. That sounds innovative. Not how do we take the Mona Lisa and give it to everybody? I don't fucking want that shit. That isn't. Having a piece of the Mona Lisa doesn't help me. Having a Van Gogh fraction in my wallet. What the fuck is that doing for me? Making me more money? I guess so. A bud box. Yeah, bud boxes. That sounds pretty dope. You get a bud box, inscribe every single piece of bud on X1 chain. And then when you buy the bud, you get the QR code at the bottom so you can claim ownership of it. You can own every single nug that you've ever bought from that box. Bud box. Free idea. Fuck them. You heard it here first. Creative Commons. I'm over here. I'm wilding right now. We're just chilling, man. It's Friday. I'm about to go work the fuck out. The week is over. Bitcoin's trying to push 50K. Dollar is looking like it's trying to tell us otherwise. I don't think, again, the dollar and Bitcoin don't pump together. So I'm 100% sold that these markets trade sideways to bring in the money. Right? And the only way you're going to save yourself is by buying Bitcoin and getting into something better in Bitcoin. Facts. Wow, there was a graveyard candle in the last 4 hours. We'll see what happens. When's this close? 2 hours? Okay. Man, this is looking so good. This one, I want to be so bullish right now. I'm clearly wrong. This is the way that I thought we were going to be going. I'm going to keep it here, though, because I want to be right at some point if it does turn around. I fucking told you so, even though they was bluffing. Right? That'd be funny. Man, something crazy got to come out right now. There's got to be some crazy news. Just stop it. Is there anything crazy right now that can pull this shit back? I guess not. We got Cypher's Prime over here. What happens when the system doesn't scale? Fees play an important role. However, in this situation, it's just a tax on adoption. Shout out to Yosef. Bad design. Redlining the blockchain. How about that? Yeah. Shout out to Jack. He's definitely doing his vampire attack on Solana, and I'm impressed. I was in that spaces listening to him school those kids on how to rock a blockchain, and he actually forced this to happen. He basically made Solana come out with what happened. Because think of it this way too. I love Jack being so transparent, because if you lived in this tech shit, you know when some shit's going wrong. It's like stepping on the gas of your car and then it misfire. You fucking know that shit just happened. Maybe not your passengers know it just fucking happened, but you driving the car like, my shit just misfired. What the fuck? Right? You over here TLDR in your mind right now, like, what the fuck could have misfired? Like, which fucking chamber? What did I do? Right? Solana was dead ass, acting like nothing was happening. In comes Cypher's Prime, doing his bullshit, as he likes to say, rocking the boat, tagging Solana CEO. Solana CEO over here like, man, motherfucker, I just made the name. I employ devs, right? He said, you need to tag my dev. This is X. How you gonna tell Jack Levin to tag your dev? This is X, not an email. But I guess in the open source community, if you really open source, it is an email. X is your email, right? He said there's no concrete evidence to support foul play. And it's like, yeah, no one cared about that. And then he was like, what's the evidence? ETA on the post. What the fuck happened? Now, I love that they're using Mortem so that we have like that inside report idea of what it's like to live in operations, right? When you live in operations and dev, you want to know what's going on, because time is at an essence, right? You're running a living server when that server goes down, we need to know. And then this motherfucker Austin came back with a soon TM. The TM emoji, bro. You know how hard it is for me to find this because I never use it. I am calling foul play. This is the foul play, totally. Yo, fucking lead dev. Look at his face. I'm gonna hate on this motherfucker. Oh, he lives in New York. We should link. Maybe I can help Solana. It's just a server, dude. But yeah, look at that. Talk about efficiency. Jack Levin put the fucking fire under their ass, and they really came out with a statement. Word. R.I.P. Solana. Yo, R.I.P. Solana. I mean, what's funny about Solana though is it's the introduction of a new world of crypto where the lens, let's say if you're new, 2022 new, I would say 21, you got to shake that shit off, because me being from 2017, 16, I've even had to shake off 2017, 16 in order to progress towards the future, because you just remember a time, you know, that Michael Jackson song, do you remember a time, right? Like you gotta remember a time, but then you gotta remember shit is, the world is spinning. So Solana is obviously now, look at this, Solana mainnet beta outage report. So I mean, I didn't even know Solana was really in beta. We're in a whole new world now. Like Jack put the fire under Solana's ass, and it took them 2 days to come out with a statement, or 3 days, my bad. They added their own day. That's really, really bad. Like if it takes you 3 days, like let X1 go down for 30 seconds and people are in the X1 chat saying, where are these error messages? What is this? I'm gonna fucking leave. Like 30 seconds, just red error messages on the fucking terminal, and people are just freaking out. But we give Solana 3 days to come and swing their balls in this chat thingy now, and just to be like, oh yeah, it's all good. Let's see if it was right. Solana Labs validator, validators implementation jet. They jet it, y'all. Compiles all programs before executing transactions referring to them. To avoid excessive computations, the jet outputs a frequently used programs as cached. Historically, cached has been implemented in the bug has been previously identified as the cause of a DevNet outage previous weeks. Oh wow, so Jack was on point. Wow, that's crazy. I just wanted to see that part. So Jack Levin had already looked into it to find out, like, you know, what was the problem, because he runs a validator node, so he's in the mix in there. He's a Trojan horse in this idea of open source, because they're open source. Jack Levin already opened up, you know, a validator. He's participating actively in their blockchain. So again, that's why you want to rock with the best, man. You don't want to be getting that secondhand squabble. And being in X1, we're going to be doing the dope shit. And again, I've been talking about inscriptions all day, and we got this information yesterday. X1 Lab will introduce hypersequencer. What it is, it's an embedded L2-like tech which allows up to 80,000 inscription mints or trades inside of a single block. We have already deemed sub-second block consensus times. All layer ones have snubbed inscriptions. X1 will embrace them. Cock-a fucking doodle doo. But yeah, so this right here, this is what I mean by, like, we could bring Web 2 interface to Web 3, because we'll be able to actually upload the imagery fast. And there's just going to be some, you know, there's a lot of different things people can want to do with it. You know, I'm just being a visionary, I guess, right now, trying to get the people thinking, you know. But But yeah, like with that type of speed of inscription, there's a lot of different things that can happen here. You can see websites, right? Like how many images are here right now? I mean, a lot of images in today's Web 2 world are icons. So they're small bit text icons. Like all of this stuff, this is all text icons or Fanicon or whatever the fuck that shit is. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then these buttons too, like these HTML buttons, like these are all just programmed concepts. So I guess the only thing here that would be true data being pulled from somewhere would be Jack's icon, my icon, these icons here, and then this picture, and then everything below. So like this one. And that's why, again, like it would be crazy. Shout out to Rolando. It'd be crazy to see a file-based internet where you upload to a social media and it's an inscription instead of it being live in X's server base, right? Because you see here at the bottom, oh, you can't see it because I'm fucking covering it. I'm gonna move myself over for a second. But you see here, like when I click over this at the very bottom, it's gonna show me the address, the very like right here. Fuck. This thing. It shows me that the link to get to this, right? Photo 1. So like that's kind of why I'm like, oh, that URL, yeah, that's gonna be owned by crypto because that's too valuable. There's way too much value in that URL, right? So I'm excited to see what we gonna do with it. I'm not saying I'm gonna be the one that's gonna do it, but I'm seeing possibilities. And you can't do that on Solana because they don't embrace it. And again, Jack kind of broke it down really well. Like, yeah, Solana is not trying to make an internet. They are trying to make a terminal where people can show up and do crypto-like things like a NASDAQ, like a Bloomsburg. Because that is a race. That is a race in our industry. Who's going to be the first blockchain? It probably would come in the form of a blockchain. Not in the form of a company, because you need other people to run the nodes. So who would be the first blockchain to come out with NASDAQ-like speeds so people can trade at the speed of light, right? And again, that innovation doesn't involve adding photos to the chain to expand bloat. Like they're not scaling for bloat, for getting fat and then becoming skinny again. They're not scaling for that. That's why they shit break when they start getting too fat. They're like, oh shit, break down. Yeah, and I'm hyped. X1 chain, we're bringing back that narrative. What does it look like to scale from 0 to 100 to 100 or to 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000? That mass adoption concept. Again, engineered by this ex Google motherfucker. Chickens. No shit. X1 is in Sigma. Dude, X1 is like ACG or whatever. Augmented general intelligence. Cause it's just the information. Like I also think of like why it's important to be in crypto today. Right? Why it's important to get all you can out of crypto today. I get it. You want to get green candles today. But just learning how blockchain functions could potentially unlock something that's more valuable to you than just learning how the candles go green. And that's why now I'm like, man, it is true. Everyone's just trying to get their slice of the pie. Some people, they give up on trying to be Steve Jobs. Not everyone can be a Steve Jobs. Not everyone can be a Kanye West. Not everyone can be an Elon Musk. Right? There's some others out there I can name, but just those three, right? What do they have that others don't? A voice. And why do they have a voice? Because they talk shit that is passion. And they bring education along with their passion. Right? You get those two things together. The trifecta literally is the human projecting it. Like that's why you get a Jack Levin, because he's passionate about something he's highly educated about. So when he starts to talk about it, he's not only telling you from a point of ABC 1, 2, 3, but he's also telling you to a point of why it makes him passionate, like why it fires him up, you know, why, like, you know, like anytime you hear a really passionate monologue, think about it. Like, that's all it is. It's just someone telling you about they're fired the fuck up about something they know about. Like me talking every single day on YouTube. It's just me fired up about crypto because I know so much about it. And then I live this shit. Like every single day is crypto day. Hey, every day crypto day and girl day. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout outs to the ladies out there, you know, make sure it's your husband day. If you so in crypto, you forget your husband. Like I be forgetting my girl. You feel me? Shout outs to all the husbands where their wives are more smart at crypto than them. They be here. I hear them in the chat. That'd be the funniest thing in a crypto chat. It always be the first time a girl voice come out of nowhere, it always be on some like, oh, my husband ain't into this and I'm here now. It's like, damn, is that the only way we can get chicks into crypto? Is their husbands got to be like, fuck that shit? That's a whole gender war in itself. We're gonna have to break that stigma. Do you see this coat? Yeah, you see, imagine anyone else saying, do you see this coat? Like all of that together is why you get a Kanye West. I mean, that's why you get any kind of influential figure. Like I could even use that psychology on like like let's use Kim Kardashian, because she's actually pretty intelligent on how she's moving in this future, right? You can tell that she started as a bimbo and now she's pushing a Lambo, right? She was trying her best, and because of the Kanye effect, I would say she actually knows how to articulate herself in a business manner to sell her likeness more than she sells the Kardashian. She can sell her brain now. And I think that's like, again, something really hard for people to do. But I've done it in my own personal experience being a DJ, you know, going out there and having to sell myself via expression and being passionate so people get like, I'm really in this shit. And then my hack in DJing, just to kind of add it all together, is like the time. God damn, this is mind blowing because I'm thinking about Bitcoin now. But yeah, it's the time server. If I know how to arrange music in the way that it's been pushed to your earlobes, right? I know how you've got it because of the thing called the top 40 list. And then we got the date, like, oh, this came out like blah, 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 like 2003, or this came out 2016. Every era has a specific sound, right? So it's like me as a DJ, my mind is just computing. Fuck, I'm giving the AI the shit. All right, I'm done. But yeah, it's the same thing. If without time, none of it matters. And then time is just education, you know. Passion is just time and education. It's fucking cool. Be passionate, man. I don't remember the days I didn't have the ladies. We always got the ladies, right? Time is everything, black. For real, black. Time for everything. Nah, I mean, yeah, man, I can't believe, man, he really forced them to do this shit. Then he reposted it like a dick. Actually, we need a fuck Jack Levin campaign going again. Too many people are bullish on this guy. He's trash. He sucks. Remember? What? He just reposted this. Let's hear what he has to say.
I just want to post.
Oh, 9 minutes? Oh, hell no. You can go and listen to that. Timestamp matter into space. I have a quantum tummy ache. Hey, that sounds. I had a quantum tummy ache. Yo, hilarious. Let's talk bribes. Bro, where the TG? Which one? The XENblocks Telegram? I don't even know what's going on in XENblocks, bro. I was doing some math. Here, let's do some math. I want to do some fucking math, man. So like I've had this this instance running for 8 days. Yeah, 8 days. It's not loading right now. So in the last 8 days, I guess it's right here too. In the last 8 days, it's mined 833 blocks, which is roughly around, or that's 8,000 because, you know, times 10. So that's 8,033 blocks, or 8,330 blocks, right? Let's pull out a calculator. Calculator. All right, so I've had this instance going, and it's 180 an hour, so times 24, and it's been running for 8 days. So far I've invested $345 in 8 days worth of GPU mining, right? And so far I have created 8,330 XEN tokens. So right now I'm sitting roughly at around 4 cents a coin. And this seems to be normal. We've actually times 2 from the last time I did math on this, because it used to be 2 cents back when we were under 100K. So XENblocks is doing exactly what it needs to do, which is just go into the future, right? Time, right? It's just going into the future. And as long as people keep mining the XENblocks, its difficulty will continue to rise. So as more people find out, right? Because what's the scary thing about this is we have 484 active miners on XENblocks at 136,000 difficulty, right? So let's say this were to double. This would instantly double the difficulty and cost to make a block, to make XEN. And that's before we even hit 1,000 people in X1 chain is live. So I'm very afraid that this is going to become a very expensive operation where people essentially could be hashing just a hash, you know, just a hash, man. And that hash, you know, has a different effect because, again, you can stake these coins to an X1 read-only node, and you can be getting XN tokens and farming basically the gas token of your security coin. So, you know, and this is before we hit real mining. I still think this is still hard to mine, and it's not easy to get to, but people are still getting to it, right? We could say this is even harder. But yeah, here, let's look at this. So you see the active, this was a lot higher when it was GPU related, or excuse me, CPU related, because anybody can put it on their laptop. Now that you have to spend a little bit of capital and some time to get educated, we're seeing this. We're seeing people stop bringing themselves because they don't think it's worth it, right? So time is what is going to bring people back. People are going to say this shit is worth it, and then they're going to just show up after these 400 people. So again, I honestly think mining XEN at these prices are perfect before they fucking go to the, oh yeah, I was saying, for instance, like here, if we went this, if this is what it looks like in a year from now, right? So 340. Oh, my bad. What happens is in a year from now, this 83, so 383 regular blocks right now is getting 10 XEN for every block. That's how we got the 8,000. So if we have 300, if we do the same math a year from now after the halving, you're only going to be making 5. So it's going to get cut in half, right? So 4165, and then we spend the same amount of money. That's to say everything stays the same, nothing changes, just difficulty in the concept of making the gas token, right? You are now getting less tokens and paying double the price. So you're getting hit from 2 angles when you could have just started a year. You see? And I think a lot of people are going to catch on to this because every year there's a halving on XEN. So this will be, you know, 2016, this is going to be 16, or 2026, this will be 16 cents, you know, 2000. And that's just the natural growth of the network. Naturally, the network will become more expensive because of the difficulty of mining XEN. So I'm excited. I think XENblocks is going to be a perfect addition on top of how much Zen is out there, right? So the other thing is like, oh, I want more XN. It's like, all right, just go burn Zen. And I didn't even talk about it all day yet on the stream, but Phantom Zen going crazy. I mine 40 XNM on a PC. Hold that shit. Hodl it. Yeah, I also mined 40 XNM off of the graphics card of my PC. That shit took like 3 days to make. But where is that? Give me the Zen dashboard. Give it to me, give it to me. And it don't want to load. But yeah, Phantom's in. Fuck it. We'll just show it here. I told y'all I was moving in, and I guess y'all followed me, or maybe it's just everyone's just kind of starting to understand, right? My real reason for Phantom Zen is because when I change fully diluted, it's a top 5 coin or a top 4 Zen coin. So that's why it's kind of winning my attention right now. It's got a lot of room for upside. I mean, I have coins and all these other things. I got Moonbeam minting. I got Avalanche minting. But like I'm saying to myself, I'm going to buy some Zen. I was trying to find one with a good market cap. And then on top of that, it's the cheapest one out of all of the rest of them, right? Everything else is at 9 or at 8 zeros or maybe 907. Phantom, when I saw it, it was at 9 zeros and a 2. So I was like, oh, okay, this is screaming I'm gonna blast off, right? Now the blast off here is nothing special, because what you can actually do is look into the buy records, and you can notice the buy action is actually pretty small. So you have to DCA in because naturally it's exploding. And the reason again for this is because there's not much liquidity that's matching the Phantom, which is making it cheap because people just don't know yet. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to scoop as much as this I can get, because you can't get a lot of Phantom unless you mint a shit ton, and you need to be bulk minting on Phantom. It's like a weird one because it's so cheap to mint, but you'll be sitting there clicking forever doing 20 mints, you know. Well, it's 5 cents. Yeah, 20 mints is $1. So you need a bulk mixer and things like that to really make an impact. But yeah, I'm feeling Phantom. I also saw DXN on Phantom had a rally go. Motherfuckers happy over in Phantom world. Yeah, didn't this crack off? Yeah, this cracked off. Shit went up to 8 cents. Book. And again, another cool thing about Phantom is there's no blockchain politics, right? You don't have to really worry about people in this. I think people in this blockchain, they're looking for projects. It's not like an Avalanche where people are looking for what Avalanche is going to do next, right? Here it's pretty open format, so it's a really nice one. What's up, Michael? What they do? I had a XeNFT due since the 7th. I haven't been able to catch gas under 50. Damn, that motherfucker bleeding. Hey, you're doing it you're putting the team on your back. You're letting that thing just do its thing. Got the whole team on your back though. Got the whole team on my back though. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. We got to see what happens with Zen this week. You know I don't be streaming on the weekends because we save it for the Monday. I said release party. I thought we would get DB Zen while I was live. Not yet. I'm sure it's going to come, though. When it's ready, it's ready. Gas is extremely high, so no one should be begging for it right now anyways. Oh, yeah, here, let's see. Some update regarding launch progress. Due to a huge amount of XenFTs and DBZens plus high gas, the script will be collecting initial data to set for Mastodon Marketplace will run for the next couple days. Should anyone face any issues seeing their NFTs, please be patient as it loads. Okay, so they're loaded in, right? We're on chain. I'm gonna let them do their thing. We waited this long. There ain't no reason to be like, we need it now. And we'll see it when we get it. That's what's gonna happen. Who are you picking for the Super Bowl? That's a good way to end my stream today. Do push-ups this week. Mind, body, and crypto. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I gotta hit the gym. I gotta pay my membership, and then we gotta get to it, man. We gotta get to it. Year 2. I'm going on year 2 in the gym, so let's either get bigger or I wasted all my money. Oh no, I'm just kidding. But who I got for the Super Bowl? I'm going with the 49ers. I'm wearing a Raider hat saying that because I hate both of these teams. I hope they both lose. I hope they go into an infinity tie. Nobody fucking wins. They gotta call the game. Fuck it. I hope there's a power outage. What else can happen? Anything to stop the game so no one wins. That's what I want. I'm only watching for Usher, because Usher better deliver the best performance of his motherfucking life. I better be crying at the end of that bitch. Oh, y'all said Taylor Swift. Hey, I'm gonna set up an AI on my computer when I watch the game, so I'm gonna make sure the AI knows her face and blurs it out every time it pops up. I'm gonna go scientific on this motherfucker. Yeah, hey, that's a good one, dang. I like that one. A sinkhole. I hope a sinkhole just show up on the 50-yard line. Game over. Big ass hole in the middle of the field. Nakamoto consensus just showed up. Gas fees too high. We can't finish this shit. Actually, let's all be on the lookout too. I'll be for sure on X. If I see any crypto shit, I'll let y'all know. Y'all better let me know too. Yeah, the Quantum Super Bowl on the way. All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. Peace out.